Okay, at an altitude of 600, what is the air temperature? So where are you going to find an altitude of 600?
This is unrelated, but when you have two variables.
Okay, can you find me an altitude of 600 on here? On your axis. Where do you look? Altitude 600. Am I going on the X or am I finding it on the Y? Which one?
On the A.
On the X axis. So there's my 600. So what am I going to do? I'm going to vertically go up. Once I hit the line, now I'm going to go across. And I'm looking at, I don't know, whatever, 7. And then I'm going to answer degrees Celsius on there. Did we use interpolation or extrapolation?
Interpolation.
Inter because it was within my line. What is the appropriate altitude when the air temperature is -7.5?
610.
So I'm going to go here. Negative. So that's where I am. So I'm going to go straight across till I hit.
1,600.
So 1600, yep. And what are we in? 1600 meters.
Meet up at 600 because my language. Okay.
Okay, last of these at an altitude of 200. So there's my altitude of 200. So I'm going to go straight up. Oh, I'm not hitting the line. There's no line there. So that means I would have to extrapolate. I have to continue this line. So I have to make it bigger. And now I hit at about 14. Yeah. Okay, and that was an extrapolation because we went beyond. We went out of the zone. Yeah, and mine. And Alexis. Now do you need my thing?
No, it's okay.
Okay, creating a table of values. So in figure 1, how many squares are there? 1. Now there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Okay, to be linear, there has to be a consistent change. What is it doing?
Plus
3. Right? Every time that's happening. So that's your every time changing. Okay, so we're going to go. These squares equals 3 times the n. And then we have to figure out what to do. Ready? I'm going to just grab a random one. So I'm going to do this one, 2. What is 3 times 2? 6. How could I get to 4? -2. Okay, our noise level is now too much, and I feel like I'm yelling. Okay, I'm going to try one more. So I'm going to go 3 times 4, 12. How do I get to 10? minus 2. It works, right? Okay. How many squares are in figure 12? Which letter do I want 12 to go for? The N or the S? How many? I'm going to put the 12 in place of the N. Okay, I replaced N with 12. So 3 times 12, 36. Down 2. Okay. Which figure would have 106 squares? So 106, which letter is that? That's an S. So I'm going to go back to the equation I made, and I'm going to put 106 in place of the S. Okay, this is your equation solving skills. So I'm going to have to add 2 and divide by 3. Does anybody know if 108 is divisible by 3 without your calculator?
108 is divisible by 3. I know there's like a way.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
How do I know?
Sum of
The sum of your numbers. What's 1 plus 0 plus 8?
9.
9. Is 9 divisible by 3? Yes. Okay, a couple more questions.
I'm glad we were able to go on Paw Patrol during my class. No. Why? What happened?
Okay, create a table of values. So what does this mean to do? If x is negative 2, what could you do with that? Put it into the x position. So I'm going to go y equals 2, substitute. This is what I'm doing. I'm doing a substitution, right? And now we would evaluate that. Okay, I'm going to check your mental math. What's 2 times negative 2? Negative 4.
I'm 4. Same thing.
Subtract 5. Negative 9. Okay, what is 2 times a negative 1? Negative 2. Subtract 5 more.
Wait, what?
Oh, was it negative 2?
This one should be that fast. What's the answer there? Negative 5. Okay, this is linear. Do you see a pattern happening?
It goes down by, it goes up by 2.
It's going up by 2, so this would be
Negative 3.
up 2, up 2. Why did that happen to my pattern? Why is it going up by 2, up by 2, up by 2?
I don't know.
What's the rate? What's the rate number? 2. Why is there a subtract 5 there? Where is that coming from with this chart?
You started
It is my
starting point.
starter position, aka when I'm at 0 is how I start things, right? Okay, ready? Negative 2, negative 9. Do your points look like they're making a line?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
But this point's over from the line. I know, I'm doing right now. Look how straight. Wait, see how straight I can.
I'm going to put arrows on this. Why do you think I'm doing that?
Because it keeps going.
It would, this pattern would keep going because there's no definition about the x and the y. Okay, estimate the value of y if we were at x of 8. Okay, I gotta continue my line. I didn't do it more. Enough. Okay, so at 8. Okay, so here's what I did. There's my line, 8 up, across. I'm trying to figure out the height. Okay. What are we thinking about as an answer? 10. Okay. How come you guys keep moving here? So weird. Okay, I got 11. Why did I know this answer was 11?
Because you estimated it.
I did, but I also kind of cheated with like knowing for sure.
Yeah.
How did I know for sure as well? What did I do? I replaced this with 8. So 2 8s make 16. Minus 5 was 11. I did that. I cheated a bit. I was supposed to use estimation, but I also checked math. Okay, use the graph to estimate the value of x. Okay, I'm not happy about this level right now, so I'm almost done. If y equals -4, so there's my -4, so I'm going to head over. Once I hit it, I'm heading up. So we're going to estimate, and I don't know about you guys, but I would be a decimal. I'm somewhere between 0 and 1. So you might estimate that. Should I do an actual? -4 equals 2x minus 5. So what did I do on that math? This time I plugged in -4 to the y. Plus 5. Oh, look at that. What does it make? 1/2. So we're good. Okay, 3 more questions.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna do them.
Okay, when we had x or t be 0, we were at 4. What's the next point? What's the next t value we're at? 2 with a height of 4.
6 with a height of
4 with a height of 4.
Oh, I skipped the whole number.
Then we're at 6 with a height of 4. Then we're at 8 with a height of 4. Okay, this line is a special line.
It's a linear line.
Okay, so really, this is what I'm going to describe when I write my equation. What's happening no matter what? This is always 4. What variable would this line be? How do you... D equals 4. Okay. But if I'm graphing this with just x's and y's, which one of those is it? X or y? Can you please just be in a normal position for fire and hazard? So we can have room for everybody. Okay. Which letter would that be? X or the y?
It's X. Yeah. No, it's Y.
It's a y. Okay? If you are in pre-calc going forward from here, That's very important. We do a lot of y lines are flat heights, flat heights, right? Okay, versus this one. When x is 1.5, your height is 2.5. What's the next point?
1.5.
When x is 1.5, height is 3. So, like if I did continue the pattern, right? If x was 1.5, I could do 3.5, right? So what's going on with this equation? That. Okay. I don't like that they did this, so I'm just gonna, I don't want to do that because I want to talk about x's and y's just specifically. So which, something is always 1.5. Am I always consistently with my x's there or my y's there? X's. Okay, so we have that down. Special. Y equals x equals. That's it. That's what you need to understand there. Y equals means your heights don't ever move. Heights. X equals is that we can move height, but we can't go side to side. Okay, the last two letters. If I'm making a graph about time and distance, okay, these are my variables. I have a time and I have a distance. Could I connect the points together? Or could I be in between the points? So if I had a point here and a point here, could I also exist between? Yes. Why?
So you're using distance or something that you can't have like points of. Like if you're using money, you can't, or I guess no. But
Continuous is the word, yeah. Continuous. Time is continuous. Can you have 0.3 as a time? Like, can you be 2.3 seconds? Yeah. So an example, 2.3 seconds, you can be there. You can be between stuff. If my variables are pizza, how many pizzas I ordered, and the money of my bill, it's the cost of the pizzas. So if I buy a pizza, okay, and I have all these dots, could I also go in between? Well, tell me when you go to the store, what do you think? No, not continuous. Example, 2.3 pizzas. Not good at the store. They will not take your order if you want to do 2.3 pizzas.
Like 2.3 pizzas.